everybody, Goosebumps always here, and today I've been caught off guard. It's Valentine's Day. You know, I'm all alone in my goon cave because I have no one to love me except my Goosebumps. And I guess we got the companies looking out for us because Trick or Treat Studios dropped some new Goosebumps merch. A wave 2 of their action figures. I mean, it's not out, but we got the prototypes revealed at a toy fair, which I've been aware of for a while that this was happening, but we finally got the drop today. I was not expecting it on the holiday, but whatever. Bam! I don't even know if you can make out the figures very well, but they're all gray because they're prototypes, and they are based off the books Haunted Mass 2, One Day at Horrorland, Ghost Beach, Attack the Mutant, and Monster Blood 2. As well as the Build-A-Figure being Say Cheese and Die's cover art with the skeleton doing the barbecue. What? Anyways, let's talk about these figures, starting off with the horror. It looks great. He's going to be one of our big figures for this wave. I believe last wave, the real big figure was, I forgot his name, the Mud Monster. So it seems like this one's going to be taking up that place for size. You know, they're big, they're bulky, they're cool. I really like this one. May not be based off the cover art, which I think is A-okay. I just really like the look of this guy. It's a nice, cool horror action figure. Then we have Cuddles, which looks really freaking cool. I like the idea of having him have a removable cage that he put in. And his figure itself looks good. So, really good stuff there. I like that idea a lot. He's going to be our smaller figure for this run, which is A-okay. I expected it. And he's going to be made up for size with this giant cage that he can be put into. Kind of like how Slap's made up for size with having the bigger pieces of Curly. Which I hope they're taking my advice and putting the bigger Curly pieces with the characters that are probably less likely to sell well, just to help them sell. I hope they do that. And I'm assuming they do, because nowadays a giant cage with the Cuddles, which is probably going to be the best seller, especially for that factor. I'm assuming they're probably going to put like a leg with him for the Build-A-Figure. Anyways, moving on, we have the Masked Mutant, aka Attack of the Mutant. This is really freaking cool. Not the most interesting pick. This is one of the ones I heavily predicted. I'll expect, actually, every single one of these so far, I really did think was happening. Yeah, it was pretty obvious which ones they were going to go with. You know, Attack the Mutant, Cuddles. You know, they were the most obvious picks. I hope going forth they do like Jack Lenz, calling out creeps. Please do Beast from the East for me. So yeah, nice little action figure there. We also have Haunted Mass 2. I think it looks really good. I just wish they kind of picked something else, you know? I'm fine with doing sequel books. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's just like, really? We could have picked something way more interesting to put as a figure in his place. Instead of Steve Boswell, we could have done, again, Calling All Creeps, Jack Lenz, or the Beast from the East, or cover art with the Beast. They don't really have a species name. Something like that. I would have really liked that, but we're not getting that, it seems, so mild bummer. I still like it, just not my personal favorite figure here. It just looks good. And my favorite figure here, which kind of reminds me of this one, where it's kind of a weird gimmick figure, because it looks really cool, but its pose is so weird, so it's kind of hard to pose. We have Ghost Beach. Ghost Beach was not on my bingo card for figures they would do, but I'm gladly surprised. This is the only one I was not expecting. Fucking great. I love it. You know, it has no legs, just has a tombstone and obviously the ghost tail. But I love this thing. This thing is super cool, and I think they're going to look really interesting on the shelf. And yeah, it really shows what they are capable of doing for action figures. They don't have to have a full body. They can be, you know, like this cover art, which means who knows what they can do going in the future for action figures if this does well as well, which I imagine it would. We'll have to wait and see, but this is exciting. And for the Build-A-Figure, this is where my compliments really fall short. Say Cheese and Die, barbecuing skeleton. You know, I don't like it. I like the figure, it looks good. I don't have any complaints with the designs on these so far, but I don't know, man. I just wish they went with something different. I think that's kind of a lame pick. Not kind of. No, it really just, it kind of is. I know it's iconic, you know, it's an iconic cover art. It kind of feels, in a way, lazy, too, since we already had a skeleton figure, which was a Build-A-Figure, you know? But also just, like, there's way better options. I put him out there in my, my last video I did on this topic, which was, like, way back in May, that we could have had, like, build-a locations. But even then, ever since, I've thought of I fought on it, you know? And I'm like, you know, we could have had, like, Horrorifico from the Horrorland video game from 2008. Like, I think they could do that. They could, I think they might be able to get the licensing to do that. Or they could have done Mr. Wood, since people really like that guy, or something really freaking cool. They could have even done R.L. Stine if he was up for it. A way more interesting figures they could have done. Maybe even Jacobus's monster design that he did for himself, since he is the artist behind many of these characters. I just don't really like this pick. I think it's kind of cheap, probably the least interesting thing they could have done. Still, I like the wave, I think it's really good, but just a little shortcoming on the Build-A-Figure. And yeah, that's all. Tell me what you think about this wave down below. Sorry if I look and sound weird, I literally just got out of bed for this. Gonna go take a shower, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.